Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumukascha Ekadantarcha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketu Ganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herabaha Skandapurvajaha Suklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Visyadvaradavatrabhya Parishadbhya Parastatam Vigham Nighdanti Satatam Vishwaksenam Tamasraye Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheswara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine Krishna Dvaipaya Namvyasam Sarvabhuta Hite Ratam Vedabja Bhaskaram Bande Samadhi Vilayam Munim Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Now with Bhagavan's grace, let us continue. We came up to Slokam number 26, Adhyayam 12, Skandam 3. And in 26, from Brahma's Hridayam came desire. Hrudi Kamaha Bhruvaha Krodaha Lobha Cha Hadara Dhachatat Asyat Vak Sindhavaha Medrat Nirvritihi Payoho Adhastrayaha Nirvritihi Payoho Adhastrayaha, the evil spirit Nirvriti from the anus. Now 27. So Shayayaha Kardamah Jagnye Devahutyaha Pati Prabhu Manaso Degataha Cha Idam Jagne Visvakruto Jagate. A very simple Sanskritam only, and so let me read it slowly and you can understand most of it, if not all of it. Chayayaha Kardamaha Jagne Devahutyaha Patihi Prabhu Manaso Degataha Cha Idam Jagne Visvakruto Jagate. Chayayaha, from the shadow of Brahma, Kardama Prajapati, Kardamaha Jagne, Kardama was generated, was born. And who's Kardama? He is Devahutya's Patihi, Devahuti's husband. That Kardama Prajapati, very important. We're going to see more of this later. So that Devahuti and Kapila and all those things we're going to see, so beautiful it is. So Devahuti's Pati, Prabhu, is also the master. Kardama Prajapati is the master. And it kind of, in procreation, in peopling the earth, a very, very important and hugely significant role. Okay, Kardama Prajapati. So Chayayaha Kardamaha Jagye Devahutyaha Patihi Prabhu. So from Brahma's shadow came Kardama. Manaso Dehataha Cha Idam Jagne Visvakruto Jagat. Visvakrutaha from Brahma. Okay, from Brahma's Visvakruto Manasaha, from Brahma's mind. Visvakruto Dehataha, from Brahma's body. Idam, this way. Jagat Jagne, the whole Prapancham was created. Okay, so we saw in the past few slokams how some were generated from his mind, some were from his body. Right? That's what he says. Chayayaha Kardamaha Jagne Devahutyaha Patihi Prabhu Manaso Degataha Cha Idam Jagne Visvakruto Jagat. Now, number 28 to 33. These 28 to 33, these slokams need to be understood very carefully. Very, very carefully. Tremendous purity of mind and incalculable amount of vinayam, humility is required. Okay? They're very difficult to understand at 28 to 33. And if I start translating the slokams word by word, that will cause quite a bit of a disturbance, and that could very well cause quite a bit of disturbance as well as confusion. okay, in your minds. So I need to be very careful about that when I share these things, that there are two rules I've got to follow. One is, to the best of whatever I have understood, the Ritham and Satyam, as Vedas say, first I need to, whatever I have understood and whatever I have experienced, that must be truthful. And then I need to be able to explain that also in a truthful manner, say those in a truthful manner. Both are important. And then you, on the other end, also must receive it in a truthful manner with clarity of understanding that appeals to your heart. The basic rule, the basic guideline in this teaching is, whenever we read scriptures, they are given to us by elders who are far more advanced, unimaginably far more advanced than we are. Okay, and we need to have a vehicle of humility, and we need to shape our understanding to their teaching. I cannot decline and limit and shape the teaching to my level of understanding. We understand there are very, very important, very first lesson to be learned. So in that process, what appeals to the Hridayam, because sometimes if the padangal, the words are not properly understood, or if they are given sometimes a very literal meaning that may take you elsewhere, okay, then the mind plays tricks, gives you lots of misunderstandings, lots of confusion, and that disturbs the mind, it agitates, it robs you of peace. So I cannot do that. Now, at the same time, keeping in mind these are words that are spoken by none other than Maitreya himself, who was commanded by Bhagavan Krishna himself. And the words are uttered for our understanding and enjoyment and enlightenment and upliftment by none other than Vyasa Bhagavan himself, who himself is an avataram of Bhagavan. And these words were conveyed to Parikshit by none other than Sukhamuni himself. And so that infallibility, that purity of these people, and then we hear this in Sanskrit language, which itself is a sacred language, but I am limited on the receiving end, so we need to be very careful. So I'm going to skip 28 to 33, to give you just the essence of it, okay, but not go into the details of what the words say, and they are not important. And if you choose to read it by yourself and try to understand the meaning by yourself, there's a good chance that you'd be agitated, you'd be disturbed, you'll be confused. The disturbance and agitation comes in because of confusion. Confusion comes in because of lack of clarity. Lack of clarity comes in because the mind is trying to understand something. When the Hridayam understands it, there is no confusion at all. Okay? So the essence of 28 to 33 is as follows. First, remember what happened in creation, as Bhagavan himself said, Ekoham Bhavasya. I am one, I became many. That desire, that Maya, the power to separate, we have gone through this several times. The Mahatattvam, the principle of sharing and giving and receiving love and all that. We've gone through it. That's the reason. Okay. Now, the moment the power to separate comes, along with that, has to come a certain level of what you call as less than 100% purity. For the simple reason, like the Chatvaris, why the Chatvaris came first, the Balakum Munikumaras, they were absolutely pure. They had no differentiation at all. The moment there is differentiation, there is impurity, isn't it? So then we saw how the birth of anger, isn't it? Desire, so we apply in my life. So I have desire, unfulfilled desires, I immediately become angry. And anger creates so many things that are ferocious and are destructive. So I learned that, part of creation. Then what is the other thing that's also keeping me from Bhagavan is lust. So this 28 to 33 simply talks about lust and how the lust has to be overcome. Okay, how that the moment that I'm get caught in lust, then embroiled in lust, then I lose a sense of divinity, isn't it? I forget divinity. Same way when I'm angry, I forget divinity. So these have to be given up. That is the implicit message in both the birth of Rudra and then he being sent back to the forest to do tapas, and the 28 to 33, where there is a very strong message of lust. Now, one more word on lust before we move, because lust is also part of creation. So how can it be impure? This is very, very important. The desire, kamam, the desire is there which itself separates. Now, at the same time, the commandment from Bhagavan is to go and people the earth. That means you have to multiply, you have to procreate, and that requires a certain, that then the role of sex comes in, right? In order for two things to produce, they have to appear different from each other, and one must attract and the other must be attracted, right? Then only procreation can take place. This is the law of nature, law of how the divine play is going on. Now that's all the purpose of that. The sexual urge that has been given is only for procreation. But when it exceeds its charter and becomes something else, that is called lust. Okay, and lust is bad. So the 20 to 33 talks only. Take it. That's the essence of that of those 6 slokas. So we'll move on to 34. Then in 34, what Brahma continued now he to think, and he said, okay, now I must create beings. Okay, now see, so many things have been created, but still we have not got beings yet. Now, of course, the rishis came. Now the beings have to be created. So that how can there be creation new? No, it is not. It is in the previous time, kalpa. This is the most important thing. Creation is the original creation that is there in the womb of Bhagavan is nothing but selfless love, appearing in different forms. I project my impurities on it, and that's where all the problems come in. My impurity of anger, my impurity of lust, my impurity of greed, my impurity of lobham. So many things immediately makes a world that I create different from the original world. So the attempt I'm really making, and that you are making by attending these Bhagavatam classes and all that, each one of us is making, what is the attempt we are making? To create the world as it was originally, which means pure. Pure it should be, right? And that is what Brahma is thinking now, okay? And because he went through anger, he experienced lust, and now he says, no, I must now create the world as it was before, which means right in the beginning, how pure it was. Then the 4 phases of Brahma, and while they were contemplating that, the 4 Vedas came about. The Vedas were generated. Okay? That is number 34. Kadachit jayatah srashtuhu vedaha asanne chaturmukhat katam frakshyami aham lokan samavetan yatapura kadachit jayatah srashtuhu vedaha asanne chaturmukhat katam frakshyami aham lokan samavetan yatapura. See, very important. Katam srakshyami aham, how can I create lokan, the world, samavetan, all the things assembled in the world, Samavetan means assembled together. Everything in the creation assembled together. How can I create it yatapura as it was before? Katachit, once upon a time, and following this, dhyayataha srashtuhu, dhyayataha, meditating, thinking like this, srashtuhu of Brahma, when he was thinking like this, chaturmukat vedaha asanne. On his 4 faces, Vedas manifested themselves. Vedas were not created. They manifested asanne. They were seated. They were already there. Okay? Remember, Vedam is nothing but the breath of Bhagavan. Okay? So, Brahma did not create Vedas. Vedas was even before, but they manifested themselves from the 4 mouths. Mukat is actually mouth of Vedas. So all the 4 faces of Brahma, each one was reciting Vedam. Okay, when he said, I have to do this. Remember, that's a very, very interesting thing, how the unmanifested becomes manifest in the Sabdamayi. Kadachit dhyayataha srashtuhu vedaha asanne chaturmukhat katam srakshyami aham lokan samavetan yatha pura. Number 35. Now, what happened? Not only the Vedas, but the Chaturhotram, Karma, Tantram, Upveda, Nayaihi, Saha, Dharmasya, Padaha, Chatvaraha, Tata, Yeva, Astrama, Vrittayaha. See, now we can begin to relate to these things, okay? Because we are all, in our world, all these things exist, so it's big. We can relate to it very easily. Chaturhotram, Karma, Tantram, Upveda, Nayaihi, Saha, Dharmasya, Padaha, Chatvaraha, Tata, Yeta, Yeva, Asrama, Vrittayaha. In addition to that, the 4 Vedas were already present, manifested on his mouth beautifully. Imagine the Vedic Sabdan all around, so nice it is. Along the Chaturhotram, Veda stands for Yajnam. Veda equal to sacrifice. Okay? Yajnam. Yajnam, that's why it's called Yajna Purusha. The whole Prapanjam is nothing but Yajnam. It's a sacrifice at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Very important. They appear and disappear. But sacrifice only taking place. Appearance is sacrifice. Living is sacrifice. Disappearance is sacrifice. So Yajnam is the most important. Okay? Yajnena kalpatam. It says beautifully in Chamakam. Okay? So, but for perform yajnam, there are the hotram means, like we say Agnihotram, certain rituals that we perform in fire is Agnihotram. It's spiritual ritualistic things. Chaturhotram means 4 types. What are the 4 things that you perform yajna? You have the chanter who chants some mantras. Then you have the person who offers things into the fire, so the offerer. Okay. Then you have the fire into which things are being offered, and then there is the action of offering, the sacrifice. Same thing in our life. Everything we do, okay, there is if I do an action, for example, any karmam that I do, any karyam I do, that karyam itself is a mantra. And I offer it. And I offer it to whom? To Bhagavan, in whichever form I want. And the action that I do to offer, that is the 4th one. Okay? And this way, when I become one with karma itself, then I attain Paramapadam, is what Bhagavad Gita says, Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi. Okay? That's Stotram. So Chaturhotram came out also at the same time from Brahma. Karma, the action. Tantram. Tantram is the various skills and the manifestations of the various activities. That also came. Upavedaha, the Upavedangal, the Veda mantrangal that were not there originally, but Upaveda associated with that. Nayaihi, various logic, okay, logical conclusions we call it. That also originated right from Brahma, what we call as rationality, logical conclusions. Those all came at the time. Saha, along with that, along with the Vedas, that came. These also came. Chaturhotram, Karma, Tantram, Upaveda, Nayaihi. Then Dharmasya Padaha Chatvaraha. The Dharmasya Padaha Chatvaraha. These are we talked about the yajna, the logic, and the dharma. Dharmasya Padaha. Padaha means pathways, and Chatvaraha 4. There are four pathways. Support is the wrong word, because dharma is the one that supports everything, but the manifested activities, the pathways we do, that dharma supports. There are 4 of them, 4 types. So that Chatvaraha, Tata Eva, along with that, Asrama Vrittayaha. Asrama, the 4 asramas, not the Varnanga. We talk about asrama, like Brahmacharyam, Kshatriyan, Brahmacharya, Grihasthan, Vanaprasthan and Sannyasi, right? But for asrama, Vrittayaha, and the various occupations, all of these materialized, generated from Brahma. Chaturhotram, Karma, Tantram, Upaveda, Nayaihi, Saha. Dharmasya Padaha, Chatvaraha, Tata, Eva, Asrama, Vrittayaha. So, number 36. Now, Vidura, Vidura Uvacha. Vidura has been listening carefully. Then he says, oh, great sage, you mentioned that Brahma, the Lord of all Prajapatis, all the Vedas manifested from him. He brought out. He didn't generate, but he brought out the Vedas that were already existing. Brought out the Vedas and all the other things from his face. Now, tell me, which face produced what? There are 4 faces, right? Each one is facing one direction. Which face brought what? That was his question. 36. Vidura Uvacha. Saha vai Visvasrujam Isaha Vedadina Mukataha Asrujat Yatyat Yena Asrujat Devaha Tat Me Bruhi Tapoghana. Tapa Aghana. Okay? That means faultless tapas, the person who's master of tapas without any fault, agam. Okay? So, Sahavai Visvasrujat Sudam Isaha Vedadina Mukataha Asrujat. Saha, that Brahma, certainly, Visvasrujam, he created the Isaha, the master, Veda Adina, all the Vedas, and all these things. Mukataha Asrujat, they all manifested, were brought out by his faces. Yatyat yena asrujat, which one came from which face or devaha of his face, that me bruhi, please tell me. Tapoghana, oh great sage with faultless penance. Maitreya Uvacha, number 37. Now Maitreya says, Ruk Yajuhu Sama Atharvakyane Vedane Purvadibihi Mukhaihi Sastram Ijyam Stuti Stomam Prayaschittam Vyagaha Kramat Vyagat Kramat. Ruk Yajuhu Sama Atharvakyan Vedan Purvadibihi Mukhaihi Sastram Ijyam Stuti Stomam Prayaschittam Vyagat Kramat. Now, Purva Adibihi Mukhaihi, Purva Adibihi Mukhaihi. That we got to understand. There are 4 phases. Purva Adibihi, Purva means east. So, starting from east, then you go to south, then west and north. That's the order. So, now you can understanding that from the east face. Yajuhu, Yajurvedam, from the south facing, Sama from west, Atharva from the north, Akyane, these all entities. These Vedan, they manifested this way. Sastram, Ijyam, Stuti, Stomam, Prayaschittam. So also from the same faces, the same order, from the east facing face, Sastram and Ijyam. And that is number, So, Sama Atharva, then Sastram, Ijya is a yagyam, sacrifice. Ijya means. And Sastram are the commandments, how to live. Right? We all need some, not guideline, but also rules to live by. Sastram. And then Ijyam. Sutistomam. Sutistomam, see, so Ijyam from the south side. Sutistomam is from the west face. What is Sutistomam? We praise Bhagavan, right? We have Suti. Suti means to praise. But Stomam means the subject matter of praise. Very important. Whatever we do, whatever slokam we do, what is the subject matter of the praise? Is Bhagavan only, isn't it? In different forms. Stomam. Then prayaschittam. See, prayaschittam is, we use it as if we have made a mistake and we want to correct it, right? That is not what it is, okay? When we say prayaschittam means it's a certain Vedic ritual, okay, in order to correct a certain deficiency in the performance of another ritual. Prayaschittam takes effect. Seriously speaking, see, we all commit mistakes, right? It's impossible not to commit mistakes. So I commit so many mistakes, some knowingly, some unknowingly. So what is my prayaschittam for all that? It doesn't matter how many Vedic mantrams I recite, how many yajnas I perform, how many pujas I do, how many charities I do, how many temples I visit, how many kshetradanam that I do. It really doesn't matter. If my mind is not purified, if I do not sincerely repent the mistake I made, none of these things matter. So this praya chittam, so that mental purification must take place. Okay, that comes from another, that's the north-facing face. Vyaghat kramat. So vyaghat means, vyaghat. Now vyaghat, that means they were established, they manifested. And kramat in the sequential order. The specific sequential order is what? Purvadibihi mukaihi. In that order, they also manifested themselves. Maitreya uvacha. So Rug, Yajus, Sama, Atharvakyani, Vedani, Purvadibihi mukaihi. Sastramijyam, Sutistomam, Prayaschittam, Vedhat, kramat. So now what have we seen so far? Here, how am I to create this the way it was before? The moment he thought it should be like that, immediately the first things to come out were the Vedangal. Then along with that, once the Vedam comes, it also talks about how to do various ritualistic activities, Chaturhotram, Karma, Tantram, then Upavedaha, Nayahi, Vedic, and then which is a logical conclusion, then Dharmasya Padaha, the pathways, the manifested pathways of Dharma, and then the 4 ashramas that we live with, and also the various occupations, the activities that we do. Then also Ruk, Yajus, Sama, we came from the various 4 phases in the order of east, south, west, and then north. Then Sastram, Ijyam, Sutistomam, Prayaschittam, in these four phases. Let us take one more at least. Number 38. Then Ayurvedam, Dhanurvedam, Gandharvam, Vedam, Atmanah, Sthapatyam cha asrujat Vedam kramat Purvadibihi mukaihi. Same way. He said Purvadibihi mukaihi in the same order, east, south, west, and north. Ayurvedam. Okay, that is, Ayurvedam simply means the knowledge about life and the life breath, right? Ayuhu. So about knowledge about life you can take. And then Dhanurvedam, it's a knowledge about in this case archery actually. Dhanur means archery. And then Gandharvam, or the various art and literature, music, dance, and all that. That knowledge, that Gandharva Vedam, Atmanaha, from its own self. Sthapatyam means architectural knowledge. Okay, that one. Sthapatyam cha asrujate Vedam, kramat Purvadivihi mukaihi, in that order of this from the 4 phases. So then came Ayurveda, then Dhanurveda, Gandharva Veda, and Sthapatya Veda. Okay? So the knowledge about life and health, to put it another way, knowledge of health, we call it medicinal health care and all that, knowledge of health. which is both physical and mental, by the way, okay, and also spiritual, the balance, Ayurvedam, then Dhanurvedam, the knowledge to do with battle and warriors and archeries and all that, Gandharva Vedam, art and literature and music, dance and all, and Sthapatyam with architecture, which means to build buildings. All this knowledge came out of the four phases of Brahma in that same order, Ayurvedam from east, etc., east-facing phase. Number 39. Itihasa Puranani Panchamam Vedam Isvaraha Sarvebhya Eva Bhaktrebhya Sasruje Sarvadarsanaha. Now, interesting. Here is a Purvadibihi Mukaihi, he says. No, here he says Sarvebhya Eva Bhaktrebhya. From all the four mouths, all the four faces of mouths, all of them came what? Itihasa Puranani. Itihasam and Puranangal. Very important. How beautiful it is. So, Panchamam, they are equivalent to the fifth Veda, the Isvaraha. Sasruje, they generated, created. And the interest, this Isvaraha, Sarva Darshanaha, very important. It is not used for Vedas. It is Sarva Darshanaha. For everybody to see and enjoy, accessible to everyone, Itihasam and Puranam. I'm saying we are enjoying Bhagavata Puranam right now. That came from Brahma's face. Right? That's what he says. And not only face, all the four mouths of Brahma is reciting Bhagavata Puranam. All the four mouths of Brahma, that means in all directions. It's what it means. Immediately don't think a human face with a human body with four faces. No. No, that's not only literal. What it means is that in all directions, the Puranangal are being recited, the Itihasam is being recited. That is what it means, okay? So that, and they are equivalent to, not equivalent, they're called as fifth Veda. Itihasa Puranani Panchamam Vedam Isvaraha Sarvebhya Eva Bhaktrebhya Sasruje Sarva Darshanaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavanto. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavanto. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavanto. Om Sante Sante Sante. Harihi Om.